So I know sometimes folks don't have the money to put into the house. So you're sitting down with me, and you're like, these are the things that need to be done and repaired from what I can see.
Yep.
Um, how would you adjust that if I say, I just don't have the funds?
There's a couple ways to go about it. One is going to be better than the other. One thing you can do is recognize that you need to make these changes, put that in the listing, and be upfront with potential buyers that you're willing to escrow funds for them to make those changes, whether it's carpet replacement, you need to fix a HVAC issue, whatever it could be. You could always escrow those funds. That is not my preferred method because when a buyer moves in, they want to move in, unpack their boxes, and kick their feet up on the couch.
Okay.
The other option is there are special financing options that you can use to get, whether it's a bridge loan or some sort of a commercial or construction loan, depending on how big the project is that you need to complete, that you can use to do those renovations or just minor fixes, whatever it is, before you list the home. That's ideal. That way it shows in the pictures as fixed. When people come to look at it, they're not going to see these issues. Maybe it scares buyers away, even though in the listing you say that you're willing to escrow funds, because like I said, they want to move in and that's it.
A lot of time, and it depends on the price point, I guess, too.
For sure.
If you're in a luxury price point, people are going to have other options. So they're not going to want to fix your house necessarily.
Yep.
And then, there's people who are in financial issues that no matter the price point, so they just can't do those type of things. And there's no option for a HELOC because their credit's gotten messed up over the past year.
Yep.
Or, and a HELOC is a great option because you can take the funds out for your next house, move out, have your house vacant, have money put aside for your, because you're going to use the equity anyways to buy your next house.
Right.
So you can have your down payment, you can have money put aside to pay
That's
the
true.
mortgages. And a lot of, or like you said, the bridge loan where they're only paying one mortgage for the two houses. So, because a lot of people probably aren't going to know what a bridge loan is when they hear that.
Sure. Yeah.
So yeah, there's always an option, and then worst case scenario, you reduce the price, right?
Accordingly.
Yeah. So you say, hey, this is where you can start at, or you can start down here, considering the cost of those repairs, and you're being upfront, like you said, and then, hopefully you just get somebody who wants to walk in and say, it's a good deal. I don't mind putting a couple grand into it to purchase the home.
And there are those buyers, but it's going to limit your pool of people that are willing to move in. There are going to be people who want to do that. As a matter of fact, that maybe they're contractors by trade, so they can do these things cheaper than what it's going to cost to pay them. So in the long run, it'll save them a little bit of money.
Yeah, and they'll get the equity out of it too.